We're gonna do this build guide. Alright, so it's actually a pretty simple build. I doubled up on the engines on the back. What you need to build it is easier ship building, because look what I could do. I could just put this part here, and then I go to my ships. See how it's not exactly in place? Like it's a little bit off from the other one. So you just highlight your ship with left bumper and then press A, and it turns green, and then press A again, and that snaps it together. So anytime you're placing a piece, that's the method. I will show you all how to do that when we put it back together. These are Avontech pieces, so you need better ship part building, or easier ship building is what it's called. Better ship part snaps, and better ship part flips might help. I don't think I needed it in this build, but it helps with a lot of stuff. So yeah, that's just, it's not too complex in the back. It's just the shroud cowling here, stacked on top of each other, with the flat side on the inside and the curved part on the outside. And then the Avontechs went inside of there. Avontech glowing wings aft. These are Darkstar. The Darkstar gears. I think I only need one of them. I don't even need all four, but they're just there to fill in the space. Alright, now these are Tayo braking engines. And our weapon system, you can see, is mounted here. I went with the Obliterator particle beams. Alright. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. More Avontech stuff. That's just for a better line. This tail, Deimos tail. Tayo shaping on the back. Now you see underneath all that was a lot of important pieces. Let's go over that real quick. Get this out of the way. Here's more weapons. This is stacked on the same equipment plate. You want to see how to do that? Check it out. Let me show you. Here's a weapon, here's a weapon. Okay? 2 equipment plates. That's all you need, plus a habitat. So here's what you do. You put an equipment plate on there. The other equipment plate, see how that's at exactly the same height? While it's there, press up on your D-pad and press A. So you've left that equipment plate one space away, one grid space away. Now you could take one of your weapons and put it on one plate, take your other weapon and put it on the other plate. And now you highlight your whole body of whatever they're on. The habitat module, if it's your ship, you highlight your ship, press A. Now that's snapped together because it's one grid space away. And they're on the same plate. I can delete the other plate. That's how you do that. Moving on, here's a shield. Here's equipment. So if you do like the pirate mission, you get this, hey, what's up? Yeah, dude, DLC in 17 days. I am stoked. I'm currently running through a build guide for this ship. It got requested on Instagram, and I think I could do it pretty fast because it's a tiny ship. Pretty simple. So if you have any questions or suggestions, let me know. Yeah, dude, seriously, I can't wait to see what the Varun thing is all about. What is the Great Serpent? What is it? Alright, so here we are. Equipment from the pirate mission. And then download the Star Trek ships, because that's where I got this reactor. And you can't even see it, but right here. Tiny, tiny, tiny stuff from these Star Wars ships. Just download all the Star Wars ship mods. The Mandalorian ship, the J-type. That's where the reactor comes from. Super tiny C-class reactor. You can hide them anywhere. All that went right there on top of the landing bay. Okay, so let's keep going. Here's our cockpit. Avontech, 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 Avontech. Empty engineering bay because I'm going to decorate it. Avontech, and then a forward docker. Docker on the front, landing bay on the back. That's how I like it. You know, just walk straight through your habitat. You can exit the front or the back, don't matter. That's taken apart. Let's see. Imagine the Great Serpent turns out to be... See, I think the Great Serpent like gives them access to the Unity without the need of the artifacts. I feel like there's like more than one way to get to the Unity, because it's infinite, right? Shouldn't there be more than one way? There should be infinite ways to get to the Unity. But anyways, that's just a theory. I have no idea. Alright, so everyone can see we took all this equipment off this plate. We're back into reassembly. Here we go. Let's put it back together. We copy this, take all this equipment, put it on here. Bop, 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 bop. There we go. Now, highlight A, highlight A. And that's it. All that equipment's right there. Let's put the shield on there. Let's put this gun not on there, because that doesn't go there. We're just hiding everything right here. This is the main hiding spot for my ship. I usually pick a spot under some cowling or something, and that's where I hide all my essentials, and that's what we're doing right now. So again, I'll explain this move I'm doing. I put it in the same spot it needs to be. I press up, I press A, I highlight the body of the ship, I press A. Oh no, it didn't work that time. Of course, when I want to show it, it doesn't work. Alright, so I'm going to press A as fast as I can after I press up and watch what happens. It left it a little bit lower than a grid space. And now it snaps together. Perfect. Maybe, yeah, maybe the Unity is like the Great Serpent's eye or something. And the Great Serpent is like the actual multiverse. Who is that? Quetzalcoatl, I believe, is a massive serpent consuming its own tail, representing the nature of everything, how life has to consume itself to survive. Super weird. But anyways, we're doing a build guide for a video game. Moving on from the hyper-spiritual. Alright, Avontech Companionway. Avontech Engineering Bay empty is what I went with. You could do whatever you want. Yeah, Ouroboros. Yes. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. From Loki. No, not from Loki. The actual deity or universal imagery. Okay, so check this out. This tail doesn't want to snap here. You know how you can do it where it'll snap right? Just remove this piece. And then highlight your ship. And press A. And because there was no snap point, it went to the nearest snap point that it could go to, which was where we wanted it. Alright. Now, we got our Avontech stuff. Avontech. We got our Docker on the front. We got our weapons on the side. Docker on the front and the weapons on the side. Come with me if you want to survive while you ride. Hey, I should be a rapper. Alright. Quetzalcoatl was the Aztec and Maya's creator, also patron. But you know your stuff. What the? Did you Google this? Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. You said you got it from Google. I was about to be significantly impressed with your knowledge of the gods. When that what'd they call it? Like the flying spaghetti monster UFO that got seen in that military base over in Iraq, and it could only be seen on infrared cameras that went viral. People are saying maybe that was what they called Quetzalcoatl back in the day, because it looks weird. Looks like a flying spaghetti monster that can go invisible. I'm sure that would freak people out. It freaked out a lot of people on Reddit, that's for sure. Alright, everyone see what we did there? I'm gonna zoom in. Okay. Stacking. I have easier ship building on, which is why this is possible, this form of building. Alright. Now, y'all remember we stacked those weapons. We're going to put them right here on top of this. There we go. So they shoot right overhead. This goes here to make it look better. See how that line just like looks better? So, yeah, okay. Alright, we're almost there. We've almost completed the build guide. It's the Final stretch. Putting the fancy tail on. Shroud. Shroud, shroud, shroud. Get yourself a Darkstar terminal. So download the Darkstar mod. Build an outpost. Go and install the Darkstar terminal at your outpost. Use that to build your ships because you get access to every part. You also get access to all the Darkstar parts, which gets you like super nice stuff like these landing gears and engines. These Darkstar engines are fast. I'm at a top speed of 180 on these C classes. You only see that on A class in vanilla. I didn't make the ship too fast. You go all the way up to 200, but I just went with the 180s. And again, the engines are stacked on top of each other. And that's it. It's nominal. Build guide complete. Let's take it to space. Oh yeah, it's still only just the one engine. But that's the one I went with for all my ships. As soon as I figured out that that was the fastest one, that's the only one I ever used. I would make a C-class ship, the C-class reactor, but put the A-class engines on it and only fill as much cargo as I could and still have 100 mobility. And that was my schema every time when I was making a vanilla ship. But here's the inside. We've got double airlock up to the cockpit, which is probably good because the cockpit has the largest window in the whole ship, which is most likely to break out of any other window. So you want to have this door closed while you're flying the ship and then a secondary airlock closed just in case the first door fails or someone left it open. Then down here's where everybody's going to live. I'm gonna put a kitchen and all kinds of stuff. But there's tons of space in empty engineering bays. Plus they add a crew member, so that's a 2-for-1 right there. Darkstar engines are strong enough to where you get the same performance. Yeah, exactly. You could basically have any shape engine you want, so you're not limited to styles anymore, and you can make your ship cooler with the Darkstar parts. If you want, like anyone who's watching this, you can you get the Darkstar mod, but you don't have to make overpowered parts. It can be like legit like 150 speed or 180, and you can just like have the convenience of having whatever shape engine you want so your ship looks cooler. Yeah, well I also have the module you can install that gives you an option for 200 crew members. I've never done that many, obviously because I'm on console, but you can do it. Alright, well that's the build guide. I'm gonna cut the stream because there's whining babies and I gotta go see what's going on with them. Here's the weapons real quick. Pew 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 pew. Wow, wow, wow. And we can catch these missiles. Here we go. Shooting the missiles and hitting the engines. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Darkstar engines are fast. Got a nice spread here. And then this will just like disable and take down an engine. This is the solar weapon from the Starborn ship.